Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. You asked for it, I'm coming with it. Hello, everybody, and we will be discussing the Amie Harwick story. Are y'all ready to get into it? Let's do it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even try?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties that way. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello, everybody, and this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me, thank you all so much for your support. You have got to be a die-hard Auntie fan if you are here and watching this review. Thank you so much for joining me in my first video back doing true crime stories. As you all can see, I got my candles lit. Look, Hunty, I am into this. I want you all to let me know whether or not you like me. Like, okay, just 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. This thing is acting up. It's acting up. Let's see. It's got me blurry, blurry, blurry. Just 1 second, y'all. Let me fix my camera. There we go. Camera fix. This thing was going off. Okay. So, y'all, this is our first video back, and I'm so excited. Do you all like the setup, or would you prefer to see me like this? I frankly like being in the dark. Give me a 1 in the chat if you like it like this, or a 2 in the chat if you like it like this. So y'all give me a 1. Again, a 1 is if you like it like this, or a 2 if you like it like that. Okay, look at all of those 2s. Hi, everybody. I am so glad to be back and doing this. These videos will be done on the late night so we can get the ambiance. No, I have not abandoned Auntie's advice, but it's just time for us to get back into our true crime stories. Now, I'm still going to give y'all that same old Auntie, okay? We're going to still be doing that, but we are going to change up. Let me put my mic on the other side so y'all can get my little candles that's sitting over there. Okay. Y'all, this is a story about Amie Harwick. Now, we are going to be reviewing it, okay? It is currently being shown on Discovery Channel. Let me give you the name and everything. Matter of fact, I'll probably put it down in the comment section so that you all will be able to follow it. Okay, so it is on Discovery. Let me change that. Okay, so we don't get flagged over here. Oh, hell. Why is that on? That's what I don't like. Just one second, y'all. I am having an issue over here. That's why I don't like the dogs in my office. Just one second. Let's find out what's going on here. That should not be coming on. Let's see who unplugged. Somebody unplugged it. Yes, they did. Had no idea that was unplugged. So this is the series, the name of the series. It is season. There's a season 2. It's 2 seasons. We're starting off at season 1. Okay. When they come in my office, they have, they just be moving around. I have taken the cords and moved them. Please excuse us if this is your first time being here. We just working out some of the little technicalities over here. I ain't been over here in a minute. Oh my goodness. Y'all make sure that y'all let everybody know our new spot for all things true crime stories. So, just one second. I'm glad you are intrigued, Giselle. In the early mornings of February 15th of 2020, a Los Angeles police officer responding to a call for a woman screaming found Amie, y'all. Harwick, 38 years old, lying on the ground, battered and unresponsive beneath her 3rd floor balcony of her Hollywood Hills home. Later, Amie unfortunately died from blunt force injuries. Now, this is a really sad story, but we are absolutely going to make the best of it. Amie, Hollywood therapist, and we're going to go through a timeline of what happened to Amie the day before Valentine's Day in 2020. On February 13th, 2020, a message of love and friendship. Amie and Drew Carey, yes, Drew Carey from Price is Right. He was her fiance. Did y'all know that? For the first time in a while since their breakup in October of 2018, Carey had introduced Amie to his audience as his fiance on Valentine's Day 2 years prior. In a text, Amie tells Carey, in the spirit of friendship and forgiveness, she would love to get together. Carey was elevated I'm sorry, elated to hear from her. And he told her, I would love to do that. I love you. And they agreed to meet after Valentine's Day, the holiday weekend. Tragically, Amie and Carrie, whose first date was at Disneyland, never had that chance to get together again. On February 14th at 6:30 a.m., Amie went out with her friends on a hike and a breakfast. Okay. Her girlfriend, Cleopatra, stopped at the Beechwood Cafe where Amie talked about how happy she was with her professional and her personal life and how she was looking forward to doing so much more in the future. At 7 p.m., that out with her friends. They showed up at the Globe Theater where yet another friend, Miss Taj, had organized a show with performers celebrating the holiday, whether they were single or in a romantic relationship. That night, Amie wore her rosary beaded necklace, which would later become one of the key components or key evidence in her death. Amie, just one second, y'all. Her friends were taking pictures and cheering on the performers, right? Because it was a show, a burlesque show. Her roommate, who was asleep on the ground floor at Harwick's home, was awakened by what he believed was a plate smashing on the floor above him. Thinking that it was Amie, he fell back to sleep. Investigators, however, would later theorize that an intruder was breaking in to Harwick's home. And then around 10 p.m., Harwick and her friends skipped the show after party and headed to the No Man for some tea. They remained there until after midnight. And according to authorities, after pulling into the driveway of her home, Harwick texted a friend at 1:02 a.m. in the morning to send her snaps from the No Man. So she had went out with her friends. And when you go out with your girlfriends and different people have their cell phones and stuff like that, and you're snapping pictures, she had reached out to them at 1:02 a.m. to say, hey, y'all, send me the pics of what, of the night. I'm sure maybe she wanted to upload them to her social media or, whatever, she wanted the pics. When she entered into her home, the police say she was viciously attacked as she made it up to her third floor bedroom apartment by someone who was likely laying in wait for her for 4 hours. 4 hours. This mother lay in wait for her. Y'all, when I tell you all what happened in this case, you are going to be shocked, bamboozled, confused, and some more stuff. It's one thing when you're in a relationship with someone and, you want to escape and get out of that relationship. You decide as a human being, we're talking about, going to say as a woman, that you want to be done and over with this individual. Amie had already filed a restraining order against this individual for hurting her in the past. And we're going to be talking about all of that when we're going through the two-part season. Y'all, it had expired. I believe it expired sometime in 2019 against her previous boyfriend, who we will talk about. So the restraining order had expired. She hadn't seen him in a while. So she did not think, I need to go back and renew this. But she was invited to an event. And the mofo saw her. because he was a photographer by night, and by day he was a computer tech. So they happened to be in the same room together. And when he saw her, I guess everything that he had felt about her came bubbling up to the surface. And so he confronted her there. I am going to, we're going to play, actually listen to um, her attorney as he reads the evidence of the case in his opening statement about what Amie was thinking. I always talk about journaling and writing things down. Always leave a record of what is going on with you, especially as a single woman. And she did just that. She got home and she put the pen to the paper about how she felt, what happened, her fears, her apprehensions, the security measures that she began to put in place to protect herself from this fool. Women and men, please make sure that you do your research on these mofos before you even start dating them. Many people have been saying, Auntie, get on a dating site. I ain't got it to do. I ain't got it to do. I'm just too old to be doing that much research. If I meet them, I meet them, but I just don't, I ain't got it to do. And now this is an individual that she met, right? She met in person. So I guess you can find a fool anywhere, but I just ain't got it to do with the date site either. Okay. But she had gotten out of this relationship with him. She is living her best life. She is dating someone else, Drew Carey. And, it's just, it's so sad that you can't walk away from a relationship because somebody else is obsessed with you. Maybe at that time her picker was off. Maybe at that time he wasn't. No, no, hell no. I ain't giving him no excuse. I ain't giving him no excuse. He was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The things, y'all, I'm telling y'all, if it wasn't real life, if it wasn't real life. So on February 15th of 2020, Amy's roommate was woke up again. But this time it was to the sounds of Amy screaming and what sounded like bodies slamming to the floor. Amy's roommate was unable to find his cell phone. He yelled up the stairs, hoping to scare the intruder, and then he ran outside, scaled the fence, and repeatedly knocked on a neighbor's door, but no one answered. Her roommate ran across the street to another home, but again, no one answered. Because you got to think it's like 1 something in the morning. But I would have answered. And not only would I would have answered, but the dogs would have heard it. Okay. So definitely would have answered. Finally, he spotted someone on the street with the cell phone and they called 911. And at this point, it was 1:14. Oh, this is just devastating. Police found her lying 20 feet beneath her bedroom balcony in the courtyard outside of her home. She had severe injuries and deep marks on her neck, signs she had been strangled. Amie was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead, unfortunately, at 3:26 a.m. Detectives soon found curious evidence at the scene. There was a trail of Harwick's rosary beads from the necklace she wore out that night, and the beads led from her TV room through her bedroom and out onto her bedroom balcony, where they also recovered a syringe filled with liquid. The needle, they thought, was particularly strange because her friend said she didn't smoke, drink, or use drugs. Inside of that syringe, there was a lethal dose of nicotine. Now, who in the whole would think to put nicotine into a syringe? I didn't even know you could do that, but I guess you can. I had no clue that this was something you could do. So sad. Her best friend, Robert, was called down to the police station where her roommate was already talking to the detectives. Okay? Robert told police about her ex-boyfriend, Gareth Pursehouse, who had recently run into her for the first time in 8 years at an adult film industry award ceremony. 8 years this month. 8 years. 8 years. And you ain't got over me. You ain't got over her. 8 years. Remember, I had told you all earlier on that they were at a same event. She tried to avoid the mother. She tried not to have a conversation with the mother. And 8 years. You are still holding. Because see, this ain't love. This is a grudge, bitch. You can't tell me that you love me. That's not love after 8 years. That's hate. She wrote down, y'all, I'm telling you, she wrote down her thoughts. She wrote down the conversation that they had. Oh, yes, she did now. She wrote that down and said after she saw him, he looked her phone number up. You talk about a obsessed mother. He looked her phone number up. Ladies, are your phone numbers private? She said Robert began to tell them that he went ballistic when he saw her. He recited a text that she had sent to him 8 years ago. It's a wonder when they went to the house, they didn't see pictures and posters of her all over the wall. He said that she had ruined his life. So for 8 years, you've been walking around with a ruined ass life. On February 15th, they realized through her friend Robert that she had told him about some physical abuse that she had endured during the relationship. She had filed several complaints against him and obtained 2 restraining orders against him nearly a decade before. The complaints included allegations that he had choked her, suffocated her, pushed her against walls, slammed her head into the ground. So you know he was a number one suspect. They said that he even went so far as to break into her house and wipe her computer clean after their breakup. This is a story that we're going to be covering because they said 13 hours after she died, detectives showed up and charged him with murder. Not only that, they started finding evidence when they went up in his motherfucking house because they found a similar syringe in his house. And what was in it, you would ask, Auntie? Nicotine. Plus, they had already scrubbed under her nails. And guess whose DNA was on it? His. His. His, y'all. His. Her girlfriend, one of her girlfriends, Cleopatra, said that earlier during the day, Amie had talked about how happy she was and how she felt really accomplished and with her life and at peace. They even asked her girlfriend Erin, did Amie seem worried about anything? And they were like, no. They said the only thing she had talked about was her plans for the night. She had already talked to Drew Carey, and the two of them had, basically planned on getting back together. It's just absolutely pathetic. I wish hindsight is 2020, right, y'all? It's 2020. But I wonder if the roommate wishes that they had went upstairs. If you're hearing all this noise and you're running out of the house, and I know, things happen, right? I'm not blaming the roommate, and I don't want you all to see it like that, but would you not run to the noise? Would you not think Amie's got to be up there? Fuck a phone. We're going to get into this case. We're going to talk about this. And we're going to have fun doing it. As much as we can. But I am so excited to be doing this again. Over here at Auntie's Advice Podcast. Because we changed it. I think I changed the name of the channel. So I'm hoping that you all have Discovery so that you can follow along. If you don't, I will be narrating it. I will be taking notes. And I will be going into detail about it so that you understand what's going on. You can follow us. I know that everybody, times is harder. Ain't nobody got time to be having all these damn apps. Okay. But we are going to be going through this episode by episode. Episode by episode. If you are in the comment section, please don't give out spoilers. Okay. Allow everybody to, look at it, catch up with me, and all that kind of stuff, right? These videos will be on the late night, so don't feel bad if you are not able to make it into the live chat, okay? Because they will be on the late night so that I can get my other content done on my other channel. And let me take these glasses off so that I could get my other content done. And I want to give us this ambiance. I like the aesthetic. I like being in the dark. And I'm going to be doing other videos as well on this channel, but I thought that, he was just sentenced. I believe it was December 28th, and we are going into Valentine's Day. And I know that the average person, male or female, you know, that they have a great Valentine's Day, and some people are really some people really take Valentine's Day seriously, right? They want the cards, they want the flower, they want the love. And I know on social media, is being pushed. Retailers are pushing Valentine's Day and all that kind of stuff. But hey, don't feel bad if you ain't got nobody. You don't have to succumb to the peer pressures of having someone on Valentine's Day. You can make Valentine's Day about you. And that was one of the reasons why I picked this story, is because this happened to her on Valentine's Day weekend. Who would have thunk it? I'm supposing, maybe you all have more information, that he set his ass up there like a lot of people do, sad and depressed about Valentine's Day. Seeing her, calling her, he was texting her, trying to have a conversation with him. She told him, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to get back with you. I don't fuck with you. I ain't got it to do. I don't have it to do. And one of the things that, people always say, happy Valentine's Day. Well, what's happy about it? Sometimes. What's happy about it for a lot of people? What's happy? What was happy for her on Valentine's Day? Or the day after? What's happy about Valentine's Day, unless people are into self-care on Valentine's Day? Sometimes we just need to be a little, sometimes we just need to be a little cognizant that Valentine's Day is not happy for everybody. Just like, the holidays. That's why, a lot of people have gotten away from, recognizing it as Christmas, because everybody don't celebrate. And everybody doesn't feel like they have a reason to celebrate it. You don't. I'm sure that in the life of her family and friends, that Valentine's Day has taken on a whole new meaning. I just want you to know that it's okay if you're single. It's okay if Mr. Wrong came into your life and you're waiting for Mr. or Mrs. Right. It's okay if you're not happy It's okay if you process it differently than other people. It's okay, but don't stay stuck there. Be your own lover of yourself. Because here's the thing that I have come to realize. If you don't love yourself first, you have no ability to love anyone else. And we're going to be talking about this story. But I want you all to be encouraged as women and as men that it's okay to feel, but it ain't okay to kill. This month lost his mind, and we're going to read him fulfilled. We're going to drag his age. But we're also going to find out about Amie and her friends. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. So again, y'all, I'm going to end this video. But don't forget that we will be over here. Make sure you have your notification bells on if you are subscribed. This is our first day back. And you know what? And the amazing thing about it is I had the jitters. I was jittery. I was jittery. I was like, oh God. Oh my God, I'm nervous. And I am. I'm like truly nervous. But you know what? Y'all know your auntie gonna be able to do this. Okay, y'all auntie gonna be able to swing this. She gonna be able to do this. She gonna work this. Okay, we are like we back. We are back, and so be looking. Like I said, be looking for other videos. Right, where I'm going to be doing just real quick stories and stuff like that as well on this channel. I don't know how I'm gonna balance everything else, but I tell you what, that I got rid of my 90-day fiance bullcrap because that gives me freedom to do other things. Freedom to do other things. So y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. I'm so happy y'all are here. We're gonna get it done and we're gonna have fun. I love you all. Y'all have a great day on the East Coast on purpose. Happy Saturday.